Has written to the Indian Olympic Association regarding Dow Chemicals sponsoring Olympics. Remember, Dow Chemicals is one of the sponsors of the Olympics. Sports Ministry has asked IOA to raise the issue with the International Olympic Committee, saying that strong public sentiment exists in this matter. Our National Affairs editor Srinjoy Chaudhary joining us live with more on this story. Srinjoy.
Yeah, this is the letter written by the Sports Ministry to the IOA. The basic problem is the fact that the Dow Chemicals, which was responsible in a sense for the Bhopal disaster, where thousands of people have died, is one of the sponsors to the London Olympics, the Rio Olympics and the 2020 Olympics, the 2020 Olympics. Also, the Winter Olympic Games in between. Now there have been protests by certain governments and also eminent sportsmen regarding Dow Chemicals. They are saying that, look, Dow Chemicals was responsible for the Bhopal disaster. What can India do about it, considering India is a powerful country and Dow Chemicals is sponsoring the London Games? Can India take it up with Britain? And also, can IOA take it up with the IOC? Now, what we know is that the government, the MEA in this case, and also the Sports Ministry have written to the IOA and also told the IOA to take it up specifically with the IOC to ensure that Dow Chemicals does not continue to be one of the sponsors of the London Games. The letter has been written and the IOA is taking a decision on this. Now the government expects the IOA to immediately take up the issue with the IOC. There is still time. The London Games is about 7 or 8 months away, and there is still time before something can be arrived at that will be to the satisfaction not only of the Indian government but also all those people who were responsible for who suffered because of Bhopal and everyone else in India.
Right, Srinjoy, now this letter the Sports Ministry writes to Indian Olympic Association, does it also mention or suggest how this matter should be tackled?
Yes, what it says right here is very clear. It says that the IOA should immediately take up the matter with the IOC. That is the first step. There is time. There are 7 or 8 months before the Games, and the Indian government is expected to pressure the IOC through the IOA to ensure that some action is taken so that Dow ceases to be at least one of the sponsors of
Srinjoy, hold your thoughts for a second. We have activist Rachna Dhingra on the phone line. She has been actively pursuing the cause of Bhopal gas tragedy victims for a long time. Rachna, thanks very much for joining us. The Sports Ministry has written to the Indian Olympic Association to take this matter up with the International Olympic Committee. Your reaction?
We are happy that if the Indian Olympic Association has written or the Sports Ministry has written, but there has to be a more stringent stand taken on this issue. There have many Olympians. Now we have Olympians like Milkha Singh and many other people who have signed and saying that they also oppose Dow Olympics. So they need to take a strong stand that India will not tolerate a company that is facing criminal, civil and environmental liabilities, and yet it is given such a prestigious position in LOCOG that it will be allowed to sponsor the London Olympics. So it has to be more than this. They have to tell LOCOG all the liabilities that Dow is facing and why its sponsorship should be revoked.
All right, Rachna Dhingra, thanks very much for joining us this morning. In fact, Srinjoy, there you heard it, even from those who have followed this case very closely, they are hoping that this is beyond mere just a letter that has been written from the Sports Ministry to the Olympic Association.
No, not only that. This is the first step in what is expected to be a fairly long battle. The first thing is that India sees it very clearly. The IOC has to be spoken with, and the organization that can speak with the IOC is the IOA. So the IOA will now have to take up the issue. The IOA will have to speak to the IOC, extend and explain to the IOC the concerns that the Indian government has about it, about Dow Chemicals, about the fact that thousands of people died in Bhopal in 1984 on the 2nd and 3rd of December. That point has to be made first of all. Then after the IOC reacts, it is up to the Indian government to take up the issue and see where it goes.
All right, Srinivas Chaudhary, bringing us the latest on that story. Thanks very much.